on to the oxidation reaction. What is oxidation reaction? What is oxidation reaction? It is quite simple. Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation reaction. Quite simple. The reaction in which oxygen is added or hydrogen is removed. The reaction in which oxygen is added or hydrogen is removed is known as oxidation reaction. Let us take an example of the oxidation reaction. Now the first example of oxidation reaction, for example, C plus O2. It is CO2. Oxygen is added, yes, then it is an oxidation reaction. It doesn't mean that both of the things should be simultaneously at the same time. It can be one of the things. See, here only oxygen is added, hydrogen is not removed, even though it is known as oxidation. Clear? Some are the examples in which there is no need of oxygen. For example, NH3 get divided into N2 plus H2. See, here oxygen is not involved, only hydrogen is released. Then it is also known as oxidation reaction. Clear? Here oxygen is added, oxidation. Hydrogen is removed, it is also oxidation. Quite simple. Let us take the opposite type of reaction than the oxidation reaction, that is reduction reaction. The reduction reaction means addition. Any guesses? What do you mean by reduction? It is opposite to the oxidation. Addition of, very good, hydrogen and removal of oxygen. Clear? Now let us take the example of the reduction reaction. Either hydrogen should be added or oxygen should be removed. Hydrogen should be added. For example, H2 plus N2 gets converted into NH3. See, hydrogen is added into the nitrogen. So this reaction is known as reduction reaction. Now, hydrogen is added or oxygen should be removed. Here it is opposite. Oxygen should be added or hydrogen should be removed. So what can we take about the, for example, magnesium oxide? When magnesium oxide reacts with carbon, it forms magnesium plus carbon monoxide. See, it doesn't mean that O2 should be released. Oxygen is removed from the magnesium oxide. Oxygen should be removed from the magnesium oxide. So the reduction takes place. But reduction takes place of which? Of magnesium oxide. Of which compound? Of magnesium oxide. Clear? Getting it? So doesn't memorize that O2 and H2. It can be anywhere. Here you are not removing O2, but you are removing O from magnesium oxide. If oxygen is removed from the magnesium oxide, then also it is known as reduction. If oxygen is added, then it is carbon dioxide into the carbon, then it is oxidation. Of which compound oxidation takes place? The oxidation takes place of carbon. Here oxidation takes place of which compound? Of NH3. Clear? Here reduction takes place of which compound? Of N2. Here reduction takes place of which compound? Of MgO. Clear? The compound which get oxidized is carbon. The compound which get oxidized is NH3. The compound which get reduced is N2. The compound which get reduced is MgO, not Mg beta. Clear? So now it is quite simple to you. I think it is quite simple to you that the compound which is oxidized and the compound will get reduced will always lie into the reactants. It will always be in the reactant side, never into the product side. So the compound which get oxidized is carbon, not carbon dioxide. Carbon is oxidized into carbon dioxide. NH3 is oxidized into N2. Clear? The compound which is oxidized is carbon. Carbon is oxidized into the which compound? Into carbon dioxide. But the oxidation takes place of which compound? The oxidation takes place of carbon. The oxidation takes place of NH3, ammonia. The reduction takes place of N2, nitrogen gas. The reduction takes place of magnesium oxide. Clear? Getting it? The compound which get oxidized and the compound which get reduced are always from the reactant side. Clear? Getting it? Yes or no? Very good. So let us move on. The compound which get reduced or compound which get oxidized are always from the reactant side. Clear? Now you have to remember one more topic, that is oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So what do we mean by oxidizing agent and what do we mean by reducing agent? See, any of the compound cannot be oxidized by its own. See, if I want to get oxidized, then there should be any other compound due to which I am getting oxidized. Again, carbon, the oxidation takes place of which compound? Of carbon. But by its own? No. But because of oxygen. So the oxidizing agent will be oxygen. Clear? Getting it? Yes or no? Clear? Similarly here, reducing agent. Do nitrogen gets reduced on its own? No. But because of hydrogen, so hydrogen is known as reducing agent. Do magnesium oxide get reduced by its own? No. But because of carbon, so carbon is an reducing agent. Here nitrogen do not get reduced by any of the compounds, so there is an absence of oxidizing agent. Clear? Nitrogen do not get oxidized on its own, so there is an absence of oxidizing agent. But in the compound due to which the another compound get oxidized is known as oxidizing agent. For example, here oxidizing agent will be here. The carbon get oxidized because of oxygen, so it is an oxidizing agent. Nitrogen get reduced because of hydrogen, so the hydrogen is reducing agent. Magnesium oxide get reduced because of carbon, so carbon is an reducing agent. Write down the definitions of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. First one, oxidizing agent. The compound, definition of oxidizing agent, the compound which reduces itself, but oxidize the other compound. The compound which reduces itself but oxidize the other compound is known as oxidizing agent. The compound which reduces itself but oxidize the other compound is known as oxidizing agent. See, here because of oxygen carbon gets oxidized. Clear? Because of oxygen carbon gets oxidized, so oxygen is known as oxidizing agent. Similarly here, because of hydrogen nitrogen gets reduced. Because of hydrogen nitrogen gets reduced, so and only so hydrogen is known as reducing agent. So because of hydrogen someone gets reduced, so hydrogen is known as reducing agent. Because of oxygen someone gets oxidized, so it is known as oxidizing agent. Now let us take the another example, another type of reaction, that is, let us see. Clear? copper oxide. When carbon is added to copper oxide, it forms copper plus carbon monoxide. It forms copper plus carbon monoxide. It forms copper plus carbon monoxide. See, here there is oxygen with the copper. So here if we say on the another side there is only copper. So oxygen has been removed from copper oxide. Oxygen has been removed from copper oxide and it is converted into copper. It is converted into copper. So this type of change is known as the reaction in which oxygen is removed. Oxygen is removed, so it is known as reduction. So it is an example of reduction. Getting it? Copper oxide is reduced into copper. So this is a reduction. Now another thing. Here it is a single carbon, but carbon is converted into carbon monoxide. It means there was no oxygen, but it has oxygen. So it is a change of oxidation. It is a change of oxidation. It is a change of oxidation. Getting it? Yes or no? Copper oxide is reduced into copper, but carbon is oxidized into carbon monoxide. Clear? So now one of the compound is getting reduced, but the another compound is getting oxidized because oxygen is added into carbon, but oxygen is removed from the copper. The reaction in which oxygen is removed is known as reduction. The reaction in which oxygen is added is known as oxidation. Thus this type of reaction are known as redox reaction. This type of reaction are known as redox reaction. Redox, reduction, oxidation, reaction. So this type of reactions are known as redox reaction. Reduction, oxidation, reaction. Reduction, oxidation, reaction. Clear? So now let us learn about which type of reaction is this. It is a reduction reaction, it is an oxidation reaction, thus it is a redox reaction. But which compound get oxidized? Which compound get oxidized? Which compound get reduced? Which compound get reduced? Which compound is an oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent. Clear? And which compound is an reducing agent? Which compound is an reducing agent? So which compound gets oxidized? See, carbon is oxidized into carbon monoxide. So here it will be only carbon, not carbon monoxide. Remember, which compound get oxidized? Only carbon. If you are writing here carbon monoxide, then it will be totally wrong. You have to only write carbon. Why? Because only carbon is getting oxidized. It is getting oxidized into carbon monoxide. Only the compound which get oxidized, the compound which get reduced will always be from the reactant side. All of the answers will be from reactant side, not from the product side. So which compound get oxidized? Carbon gets oxidized. Which get oxidized? Carbon. The compound which get reduced, reduction takes place of copper oxide. So it is copper oxide. Now oxidizing agent. So what do we mean by oxidizing agent? The compound which get reduced itself but oxidize the other. The compound which get reduced itself but oxidize the other. See, carbon is getting oxidized because of copper oxide. So the oxidizing agent will be copper oxide. See the definition. See the definition. The compound which get reduced itself but oxidize the other. So because of copper oxide, carbon is getting oxidized and copper oxide is getting reduced but getting oxidized to the other compound. So copper oxide gets reduced itself but oxidize the carbon. So it is known as oxidizing agent. Similarly, reducing agent, carbon. Why? Because it is oxidizing itself but reducing the other compound. The compound which oxidize itself but reduce the other, but reduce the other is known as reducing agent. So the answer will be only carbon. Now what I am saying is all the 4 answers in each and every reactions will always be from the reactants. Clear? So all of them are from the reactants. All of them are from the reactants, not from the product side. They are only and only from the reactant sides. Clear? Getting it or not? Yes or no? Clear? So it is a quite simple thing, beta. All the types of reactions have been completed. All the questions has been completed. Now again your homework. Write each and every example. Write each and every example given in your NCERT textbook. Write each and every activity and try to explain the activity. They are the quite simple activity that when copper get oxidized, when copper reacts with oxygen, a black colored powder of copper oxide is formed. Black colored powder of copper oxide is formed. You can also see this type of activity in your home. You can also see this practically at your home. You have a copper vessel. Each and every house has some smaller or a bigger copper vessel. When copper vessel gets heated up, its bottom get blackened. There is a black colored layer at the bottom of a copper vessel when we are cooking in that vessel. Why? Because in the presence of heat, copper reacts with oxygen. And forms a black colored powder of copper oxide. These are the simple activities that you can read it out. You can learn it on your own. Clear? Or if you have any queries in any of the activity, then you can put a query or message me on my personal number. Clear? Now homework. You have to write each and every example of each and every type of reaction up to the redox reaction. There are only 2 topics remaining in our chapter, that is corrosion and rancidity. Only half of the page in our NCERT textbook, the last page. Now also try to solve the exercise questions. As much as possible. It is not a compulsion that you have to solve the full exercise, but only solve the questions which you know. Clear? Don't copy from any reference book or any guide. Don't copy from anywhere. Try to answer the questions on your own. If you are knowing it, then you can write it. But if you don't know, then don't copy from anywhere. You can use the textbook. But not any reference book. So try to solve exercise and in-text questions by the help of textbook or your own. Clear? Now in the next lecture we will complete corrosion, and I think that will be the last lecture for this, and then we will solve in-text and exercise question. Thank you very much.